3146. For VFR flight operations above 10,000 feet MSL and more than 1,200 feet AGL, the minimum horizontal distance from clouds required is A. 1,000 feet, B. 2,000 feet, C. 1 mile. The correct answer is C. When conducting VFR, visual flight rules, flight operations above 10,000 feet MSL, mean sea level, and more than 1,200 feet AGL, above ground level, the minimum horizontal distance from clouds required is 1 mile. This means that the aircraft must maintain a horizontal separation of at least 1 mile from any clouds to ensure visibility and prevent potential collisions with cloud formations. Maintaining the minimum distance from clouds is important for visual navigation and situational awareness. It allows pilots to have clear visibility of their surroundings and ensures separation from other aircraft or potential obstacles that may be hidden within or near clouds. Pilots should always monitor cloud formations and weather conditions during their flights and make necessary adjustments to maintain the required minimum horizontal distance from clouds. This helps ensure safe operations and reduces the risk of inadvertent entry into instrument meteorological conditions, IMC, for VFR flight. 3147. During operations at altitudes of more than 1,200 feet AGL and at or above 10,000 feet MSL, the minimum distance above clouds requirement for VFR flight is A. 500 feet, B. 1,000 feet, C. 1,500 feet. The correct answer is B. During VFR, visual flight rules, operations at altitudes of more than 1,200 feet AGL, above ground level, and at or above 10,000 feet MSL, mean sea level, the minimum distance above clouds requirement is 1,000 feet. This means that the aircraft must maintain a vertical separation of at least 1,000 feet above the top of any clouds in order to ensure visibility and safety. The requirement for a minimum distance above clouds helps ensure adequate separation from potential hazards and allows for clear visibility of other aircraft, terrain, and obstacles. By maintaining this vertical separation, pilots can better maintain situational awareness and avoid potential conflicts or collisions with clouds or other aircraft. It's important for pilots to be aware of cloud heights and be prepared to adjust their altitude or route as necessary to comply with the minimum distance above clouds requirement. This helps ensure the safety of their flight and the well-being of all on board. 3137. What minimum visibility and clearance from clouds are required for VFR operations in Class G airspace at 700 feet AGL or below during daylight hours? A. 1 mile visibility and clear of clouds. B. 1 mile visibility, 500 feet below, 1,000 feet above, and 2,000 feet horizontal clearance from clouds. C. 3 miles visibility and clear of clouds. The correct answer is A. For VFR, visual flight rules, operations in Class G airspace at 700 feet AGL, above ground level, or below during daylight hours, the minimum visibility required is 1 mile, and the pilot must remain clear of clouds. This means that the pilot needs to have visibility of at least 1 mile to see and avoid other aircraft, terrain, and obstacles. Additionally, the pilot must maintain a distance from clouds to ensure clear visibility and avoid the potential hazards associated with flying in or near clouds. Class G airspace is typically uncontrolled airspace with no specific requirements for vertical cloud clearances. However, pilots should always exercise caution and maintain a safe distance from clouds to ensure good visibility and avoid the risks associated with flying in reduced visibility conditions. It's important for pilots to familiarize themselves with the specific regulations and requirements of the airspace they are operating in, as visibility and cloud clearance requirements can vary depending on the airspace classification and altitude. 3142. During operations outside controlled airspace at altitudes of more than 1,200 feet AGL, but less than 10,000 feet MSL, The minimum flight visibility for VFR flight at night is A. 1 mile, B. 3 miles, C. 5 miles. The correct answer is B. During VFR, visual flight rules, flight at night outside controlled airspace, at altitudes of more than 1,200 feet AGL, above ground level, but less than 10,000 feet MSL, mean sea level. The minimum flight visibility required is 3 miles. This means that the pilot must have a visibility of at least 3 miles to be able to see and avoid other aircraft, terrain, and obstacles during nighttime operations. This requirement is in place to ensure an adequate level of safety and to maintain separation between aircraft in visual conditions. It's important for pilots to adhere to these visibility requirements to ensure safe flight operations and to comply with the regulations governing VFR flight. Additionally, pilots should always consider other factors such as weather conditions, terrain, and airspace restrictions when planning their flights to ensure a safe and smooth journey. 3143. During operations outside controlled airspace at altitudes of more than 1,200 feet AGL, but less than 10,000 feet MSL, the minimum flight visibility for day VFR flight is A. 1 mile, B. 3 miles, C. 5 miles. The correct answer is A. During VFR, visual flight rules, flight in daylight outside controlled airspace, at altitudes of more than 1,200 feet AGL, above ground level, but less than 10,000 feet MSL, mean sea level. The minimum flight visibility required is 1 mile. This means that the pilot must have a visibility of at least 1 mile to be able to see and avoid other aircraft, terrain, and obstacles during daytime operations. The 1 mile visibility requirement ensures that there is adequate visual reference for the pilot to navigate and maintain situational awareness. It's crucial for pilots to adhere to these visibility requirements to ensure safe flight operations and comply with VFR regulations. Additionally, pilots should consider other factors such as weather conditions, terrain, and airspace restrictions when planning their flights to ensure a safe and successful journey.